stunning.
It's mystical,
yeah,
sort of. Yes.
Right.
I'll have that upgraded.
Oh, I know. We're looking for a gem.
Right. I came to Royston by, I don't know whether you can say by, what the word, not synchronicity, another word. You know, I didn't have any views on Royston basically before I came to Royston. All right. I was looking for a shop and a place to run the courses of the Esoteric Numerology school that we run, called the Connaissance School, where we use the number to have insight into the rising consciousness and the consciousness of mankind. So somebody in our group said, oh, they saw that the Royston Cave shop was for sale. So I came to have a look. And the minute we came into the shop with another friend of mine, we felt like we were lifted up and our head was touching the ceiling and our feet wasn't on the ground. So we said, that's a place for the school.
So what is it about Royston that you find so magnetic?
Right. Well, basically there is that national treasure, which is the Royston Cave, which some people say, and certainly is 5,000 years old. Okay, it is the meeting point of the great Michael-Mary line that goes around the planet, and here in Royston it's supposed to be giving birth. Wow. So I didn't hear any of that before I actually came into Royston, but once I was in the shop, because there was a lot of work to do, and it's obviously a listed building and it's so near the shop, I had loads of bodies coming to tell me what I could do or not do. And this is when I started to hear all these wonderful stories about the cave and about, for the Royston Cave, its importance. So it's a national treasure because of its age. And during the Middle Age, there was obviously a Templar presence in the town. So that makes it already, for people who are interested in, you know, in that type of, let's call it consciousness, a very interesting spot to come. There's people coming from all over the world to see it. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to a very good friend of mine who used to be the curator of the museum. Two women from the state, two Native American women, came to these islands because they had a very strong vision in the state to find the mother and to bring what was to the mother. And because they were told to go east, they came to this country and they did everything that they could find, which was sacred, because these islands have a lot of very sacred, past and a place on the map. But before they actually left, because they didn't find what they were looking for, they decided to come to Cambridge on the train. And of course, as they came to Cambridge, Royston being on the line, they both decided, oh, well, let's stop at Royston, not knowing why. And they actually met on the platform. So it was, they didn't know each other, they had the same message, and they met on the platform and recognized that they were both doing the same quest, which already told them there must be something in Royston. So they came to the museum and asked, and there with the curator and the lady who was helping in the museum came to the cave, and they actually made a ceremony invoking the angel of the north, of the south, east and west, on behalf of the generation, future generation and past generation. They blessed the mother with chanting for a couple of hours. So they had found the mother. So our little cave is a very important And hence maybe the shape of the inverted womb, which of course gives birth, which tallies the two stories which were not connecting to start with. After that, I know, and I can't exactly, because I was just told that there was other Indian chiefs who came over the next few months to come and leave a flower to the mother. So that is it's definitely a world treasure. Yes.
What do you like most about Royston?
What I like most about Royston, so Royston as an everyday place is an extremely, well, my experience of it, an extremely caring little place. A bullshit little place. People have their own mind. It's rather nice. A lot of people standing their ground. They're not. It's a very lively, very caring. I've got to really truly say one of the main things for me is the kindness of people in Royston. Yes.
If people want to visit Royston, what do you recommend they do here?
Oh, well, definitely visit the cave. Definitely try one or two of the eating places. Loads of lovely, very good eating restaurants in Royston. Definitely come and see the shop, of course. Mm-hmm. Yes. And there's a walk that retraces the historical side, which is very important. James I used to come here, and it is said he preferred it to London, so because there was a lot of very good hunting grounds. So there's it's small, and in one day you can walk around all the historical plaque and have a good idea and a feel of, what it would have been like. So you can spend a very good day in Royston.
And finally,
yes.
Tell us a bit about your shop.
About the shop.
What's it called to start with?
It's called the Cave Shop, all right? And when I started it, I was hoping to do mainly books and individual local art. Well, it didn't happen because at the time I started the book trade and everything started to go, quite pear-shaped. So I still have quite a lot of books and I still sell quite a lot of books. But to survive in a small town, you have to fill it up with all types of lovely presents. So we have obviously the crystal, natural gems, and we specialize in quite a lot of crystal that you can't find in many places, because a lot of people use them for healing, for comfort, for all types of things, for beauty, of course. With me, it's the beauty side, they talk to you really. The man-made crystal as well for the feng shui. We do jewelry, because of course if you started to think gem, you think jewelry. And anything we lack, really. Because as a gift shop, which is what we've become, we tend to think and look at things and say, oh, I would buy that, so we buy it for the shop. That's how we work. So we welcome people in, and now and then we do have people interested in in what we do upstairs, which because we give spiritual healing, we do quite a few therapies as well, and tarot readings and that type of thing.
And what do you say to people who may be they question healing, they question crystals, sometimes they're called skeptics, sometimes they're called open-minded, sometimes closed-minded. What do you say to them?
Entirely, you're right. It's as you find life. Not only it's as you find life, but because everything is an expression of a greater life, they're as valid as I am. To say no or to say yes is both of those things are of God anyway. So, yeah.
So your shop, where can we find it?
Where you can find the shop in Royston.
And whereabouts in Royston?
It's in Ermine Street. Basically, as near as you can be to the cave. So where you see the little, what do you call that thing which shows, it says the cave shop, you can see the cave.
So it's easy to find.
It's easy to find, yes. It's almost at the cross, because there is a cross with the Royston stone. It's almost at the cross, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.